Hi everybody, here we are again. We're cooking with Gigi and I'm trying to get it so you can all see everything pretty good. Okay. Anyway, so I did go play pickleball as I talked about that I was gonna do. I tried to do a video, it didn't work out especially well, so I just kind of said forget that for now, but I might try it again later. But I want you to see what I'm actually making, so I'm gonna bend it down, and if you can't see me real good, that's okay. So today I am making a potato casserole that is a lot like one where a lot of us like to go eat. I'm not going to mention the name, but you might be able to figure it out. It's a hash brown casserole. So I'm going to start with a big bag of these hash brown potatoes that are frozen. It takes 32 ounces, and this is 32 ounces. I'm just gonna pour that into the bowl. You don't have to thaw them out. It's okay to use them frozen. Alrighty. Now, we just need to add everything in except for a half a cup of the cheese. And so we're going to add in 1 can of cream of chicken soup. So I'm gonna add that in. This morning, I made my crock-pot pork chops. Now this is gonna be my potato casserole that I'm gonna take to a friend's mom. She's at home by herself, and I kind of do this to give her something good to eat once in a while. Hopefully it's good, I hope she likes it. Okay, so I have all of my chicken soup in there. Okay, I'm going to pour in this. It started out to be 2 cups of cheese. I took a half a cup out. So this is 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. Remember, let's shred our own cheddar cheese. It's better that way. I have a half a stick of butter that's been melted on the stove. So I'm going to pour the half a stick of butter in. Here we go. Make sure I get all of it. Everything's better with butter. Okay, now we also will need a whole 16-ounce container of sour cream. It seems like a lot of sour cream, doesn't it? But this will be good. It's gonna make a lot of potatoes. So I'm gonna actually make it into 2 casserole dishes, because by the time one person would eat this, they'd be pretty sick of it. So I'm gonna save a little container for myself. All right, now I'm going to need some salt and pepper. And I'm also going to use some onion powder because some people don't like onions. Now, I like onions. Oh, my oven's ready. But my little lady doesn't care for onions in her food. So we're going to change it up just a little. If I ever make this for me only, I'm definitely going to have real onions in there. And you just want to saute your onions before you put them in a little butter. So I'm going to go with about 1/2 teaspoon of this onion powder. All right. And I'm going to put in some salt and pepper. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. So we'll start here with our pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to back off on the salt because soup makes it kind of salty, and the cheese makes it salty, so I backed off on that just a little. Okay, now then I want to make sure I have everything in there. So I'm going to just stir that all up. I have my fresh parsley. My fresh parsley is over here. I'll go get it. And I actually have parsley in my garden. I grow parsley. So I've already chopped up some parsley. It takes about 2 tablespoons of parsley. Now, I've always talked about my knives, right? Well, I love my Cutco knives. Like I've said, this is my favorite one for like chopping. It really does a great job. And I don't remember the name of it. It has a special name, but I guess the Pioneer woman uses this, is what I've heard. So I watch her cook and it looks like the knife she uses. I'm gonna put that parsley in. That'll just give it a little fresh flavor and freshness. So I'll set this over here. I don't wanna cut myself with that big knife. All right, so I have everything in there. I have my pans sprayed. I'm using this pretty pan that I'm gonna take to my friend. Now we're just gonna stir this all up, all this creaminess in with the potatoes, the soup and the sour cream, the cheese. It's gonna take a few minutes to get it, you know, stirred up real good. My oven is on 350, so that's what you want your oven to be on. So when you put it in there, then you're gonna bake it for 40 to 45 minutes. Keep an eye on it there at about the 38-minute mark, just to see how it's looking. Because you're gonna then sprinkle the rest of that ½ a cup of cheese on top so that it can then melt in there for about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna keep stirring. I'm not quite ready for this to be, it's not stirred as good as I'd like it to be. Let's see what I've got going here. That's gonna be a big bunch of potatoes, I think. Now, if you wanted to thaw your potatoes out before you cook them, you can do that too. It's whatever's convenient for you. It wouldn't take them very long to thaw out. Okay, sour cream's not in there really good. I wanna make sure everything's mixed really well. Okay. So, like I was saying earlier, we did play pickleball today, and it was a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, I just couldn't believe how pretty it was. The wind wasn't really affecting the game. There was some really nice folks there. I had some good wins, and I had some losses, and that's okay. I'm gonna always lose too. Got to play with a friend today that's been off. She's had some health things, and she's back, and her name is Karen. And Karen, if you're gonna be watching my video, hello, and it was fun playing with you. We had a great win. We won like 11 to 4, I think it was, or 6, something like that, but we did really good. Okay, so now we have this all mixed up pretty good, it appears to me. So now I'm just gonna start plopping it in to this pan that has already been sprayed. I sprayed it with Pam. Before I started showing you how to make this, I sprayed it with Pam. We've got the smaller dish that this is usually gonna go into a 9 by 13 dish. But today I'm making two different dishes of it. Okay, put that in there. Put some over here. I'm gonna give my friend most of it, but I'm gonna save just a little. I don't want her to feel like she has to eat all those potatoes. That would be a lot of potatoes for somebody. Here we go, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to take my spatula and scrape it off of the spoon there. Get all of it in there. Take the spatula, push it down in, so you've got it kind of even, all the way across your casserole. Okay, I think I've got that pretty good. Gonna do the same thing on this little small one here that I've got. Push it down in there good, get it all level so that you've got it evened out. You can see all the yummy stuff, the cheese, and you know, you can probably use what kind of cheese you want, but it's better with cheddar cheese as far as I'm concerned, but you can probably even add a couple different kinds. Okay, there it is. All right, now we have everything in our bowls, in our casserole dishes. So I'm gonna put these in the oven and bake them for about 35 minutes. And then we're gonna put some cheese on top and see how that goes. And I'll be able to taste some because I've got one for me here. So hang on and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I've taken the potato casseroles out of the oven. And now I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle this like extra cheese over the top and then put it back in the oven and let that be in there for just long enough to melt. Now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the oven on broil. You don't have to do that, but I think I will. That'll just make the process a little bit quicker. But if you're gonna do that, be sure you watch it very closely. Of or you can just put it back in at 350 and let it melt that way. Okay, I will get this out. We'll taste it in just a minute. Okay, check it out. Finished product. I'm gonna take a little bit out of the small one and give it a taste and let you see how it looks. I did put it back in under the broiler and ooh, it's hot. It's steaming, but it does remind me of how that other casserole looks. I'll have to let this cool a little bit. Normally I might add a little salt and pepper, but it probably doesn't need it. Check it out, folks. This is a copycat casserole potato recipe. It's pretty hot. Perfect. Well, this has been another one of my little videos, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be coming back with more later. Remember, plain talk's easy understood, but you can be kind. Have a great day.